And we're here in our, attire. I'm trying to be cheerful.
No, this is my attempt at cheerful,
Yeah, me too. Like it's not black, like I'm in mourning, which I could be,
right? Yeah.
but we're gonna play our song. Yeah, baby. Oh, hi, Karen.
It's a beautiful day compared to the hail and brimstone of yesterday.
I know. Oh my God,
I know.
that was actually kind of scary.
It was. It was
I have to
so
say,
violent.
it was absolutely scary how loud that was.
Yeah.
It
It
sounded like we
was.
were being bombed, and kind of maybe we were. I mean,
I
nature
mean, it
was
just came out of nowhere. End of May. So weird, but oh well.
like almost June.
Yeah.
Almost June. That was nuts.
People forget we live at like 8,000, almost 8,000 feet.
Did
So
you know
that's
there
why.
was a tornado nearby too? Hi, Kel. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
In
did
the
not know
Sangre de
that.
Cristos, a tornado touchdown. Okay, that's
Wow.
weird.
Wow.
This is crazy town where we are now. Crazy town.
I hear you, man. It's just the world it's all you can do just to stay grounded. I mean, I'm right, like I was telling you for my article tomorrow for our Substack, I'm venturing out into a more positively themed article,
Yeah.
just because it's so much all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy town. But everyone remember June 14th, we are all coming out and it's going to get bigger. Hey, I had a weird thing happen today. George Takei asked me to join his group,
Wow.
his conversation group. I'm like, "What?" Okay, so I have Bradley Whitford, George Takei, and Mark Hamill as like my heroes that follow me and follow them.
Well, I didn't tell you this, but Mark Hamill did start following My Blue Sky like a few days
Yay!
ago, and I was shocked
He's
because
so nice.
my little thing is so minuscule compared to yours.
I'm very grateful. That was cool.
It
So
was
yeah,
really cool.
I
Yeah,
wish I could keep up with everybody.
I know.
Well,
There's
I
some really good
keep up with,
celebrities out there.
yeah, thank God. I mean, I've been obsessed with listening to music of the late 60s and 70s because of the parallels that I see between what was happening during the Vietnam War and the protests now and what was really happening. And the music so reflects what was happening then.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.
Um,
More so than now.
Way more so than now, and that's what I'm like. I think that's going to be my question: is do we think a Woodstock could happen now because we've so separated ourselves? But we'll see what I come up with. You got the floor this week.
I got the floor. Yeah, I'm going with a little bit of a more personal. It's going to be more of an immigration story that I'm feeling, you know,
Hmm.
good about telling. But our Substack covers every base you can imagine.
Yep, it does. It does. It does. Oh my God.
Yep.
Can you hook a girl up? What do you need? Oh, to George? I'll see if I can. Yeah, that is. So we're going to be on Karen's podcast. I'm excited. True Blue Politics, people.
Yay!
Yeah, the kitchen bitches cooking with the witches.
That's what we're doing.
Yep. So I decided I needed a really tasty sandwich, and one of the people in my political groups posted a recipe for this Korean street food sandwich, and I just went, "Oh my God, I have to make that!" And so that's how this showed up in my repertoire of what the fuck are you cooking tonight?
Okay, I got to tell you a little bit of trivia. So, when I did the post today on TikTok and Instagram, I attached music,
Hmm.
not to the Facebook group, but if you follow us on those other platforms. And it was with a pop star, a K pop star named Lisa. And guess what show she was on? The White Lotus. She plays Mook on the White Lotus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Cool.
I thought that was cool.
Yay. Yay. We all get to do some fun things with, social media.
You just
Oh, look, there's
your
Toby.
creative comes out when it does, like cats, like
That's
cats.
it. Uh, that's my kitty Toby. Oh, we're
Uh,
very excited to be on. Thanks for asking us. We like chatting about politics. Yes, we do.
we don't ever have a problem
Right.
chatting with anybody if anybody wants to have us on anything. We really can
Oh
talk about
God.
it, but
No, we're not
politics is
doing
good.
dogs. We are doing okay. If your pig left the room, I'd understand it. Okay, so this is an interesting sandwich, and I'm going to twist it up a little bit because, as you know, we do in Corona Kitchen, we, make things and we use what we have and, encourage you to be creative.
Yes,
I, when I was little, my mother used to say, Deborah Ann, when she was mad at me. So whenever I'm like scolding Toby, I call him Toby Ann.
you do.
Toby
That's
Ann.
funny. That's funny. So
Anyway,
you're when I see photos of this, it just reminds me of like an amazing like grilled cheese with all the best things you could possibly put in it.
yeah, it is. And now here's the thing. Y'all know I'm gluten free. So I made gluten free naan yesterday. So this is an international thing. If you were really doing the Korean street food thing, which it's called an Isaac sandwich because Isaac is, I guess, a famous street food stand and they make all kinds of sandwiches. You would use white bread, really thick white bread, and cut the crusts off. And that's what you would use to make the sandwich. I made gluten free naan, so I'm making the sandwiches on that today.
You could do what you want.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me permission. Okay, so this is crazy town. When I read the recipe, I'm like, what? But I'm excited to make it. So the secret is in the kiwi sauce. What do you think?
Ooh,
What do you think's in there? Just guess.
kiwi?
And the other thing was I saw organic kiwi at Trader Joe's the other day, and I'm like, okay, I guess the universe is telling me I have to make this damn sandwich.
I feel like I haven't seen kiwi in years,
I
like
I
since
know it
COVID
was
started.
gorgeous. So
Kiwi's good.
this is what's going in the blender to make the sauce, and this is
Okay.
going to make uh, a lot of sauce, I think. But I think it's going to be good on all kinds of sandwiches.
Okay.
So this is a half a cup of mayo going
Okay.
in here, and 2 kiwis that I've peeled. Look how cute!
Aw.
Yeah, they seem delicious. I mean,
Kiwis are wonderful. I love kiwi.
yeah, I do too. They're kind of remind me of grapes in a way.
Yeah.
So
But they have a tanginess to them
yeah,
that's unique.
yeah, they definitely do. So I'm cutting that up in pieces. Now the other thing they said was pineapple, which is kind of typical for that food palette. But I didn't want to buy a whole pineapple to do one optional slice. So
So
I'm
you
going to
opted
use,
out.
I'm using an apple. Because what I was thinking was the enzymes in pineapple are like a digestive enzyme, and that's kind of
Right.
the same with an apple. So I just got a nice piece of apple that's kind of sweet, and I'm gonna put that in the blender. It's all going in the blender.
Okay, so far mayonnaise, kiwi, apple.
Yup.
Okay.
And I'm doing a teaspoon of salt in there.
Okay.
And it's they I think that there's a palate that's a little bit sweet.
Hmm.
This recipe called for 3 tablespoons of honey, but I am only going to use one because I don't really want it that sweet.
Okay.
Um, so you can use up to 3 if you guys have a sweet tooth. Go right ahead. And they suggested like the Korean mayonnaise is called Kewpie,
Yeah.
and I think it has like a sweet, more of a sweet and sour finish than our regular mayonnaise does. So I'm going to add the juice of half a lime
Ooh,
in here
that sounds good.
because that's what I do. And then a quarter of a small onion chopped up. Excuse me.
A
All right.
regular onion, like a
Mhm.
okay.
Pardon me, just a white onion. And then,
Do you need a water?
no, wait, I got one.
So, what you really are, who you really are, Debriana, is an inventor.
I'm a scientist.
You really are.
So I wanted to make it more New Mexican. I used a little chili.
What kind of chili?
Chimayo.
Okay.
All right, Blendy.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, so my mayonnaise needs to come down. We're gonna shake it up. That's better. Yeah, woo!
I'm really curious as to what this tastes like.
Okay, so I'm gonna taste this and see what.
Yeah. Tell us what it tastes like. I'm very curious.
I know. Mmm. It's got a sweet and sour tang. You can definitely taste the mayo. It's very much like a sauce instead of
Hmm.
more like a mayonnaise. David,
Okay.
taste it. My husband's gonna taste it.
Mm.
Very tasty.
Yeah.
What do you think it's like, David? Is there anything you can compare it to?
Well, it's more like a salad dressing kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah.
salad dressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a griddle that I'm going to do this on because it seems like that's going to be the best way for all these sandwiches. So I'm turning that on. The other thing that if that's on it is an egg. Okay, weird, but it is. So that I'm going to do 2 eggs because there's 2 of us.
Yeah.
There's that.
That sounds like a good number.
Thank you. So we each are going to get our own egg.
Okay.
And they say to mix in sweet corn. So I have this cowboy caviar, which is made with corn from Trader Joe's. I'm going to use that.
What is that? Cowboy caviar.
Oh my God, you haven't had cowboy caviar?
No.
Oh my God, it is the best for chips and salsa.
Is it like salsa?
Yeah, it is a salsa. It's
Oh.
corn, black bean, and pepper.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you have to try this.
I will.
Oh, it's delicious.
Cowboy caviar.
It's really good. So, but otherwise, if you don't have cowboy caviar, I'm going to do just a little pinch of salt in here.
You can use some corn, sweet corn.
Just use sweet corn. Yeah. Just
Okay.
sweet corn. Like, I'm sure if you had frozen corn or something, you could do that. So I'm going to scramble that together. And they have
With
this little,
the egg. With the egg.
with the egg.
Okay.
Yeah. So the weird thing is, I think they have it's an interesting touch that this kind of recipe has where they do the square cut bread and then there's
Right.
a square cut form that you pour the egg in. I don't
Yeah.
have a square, I have a round. But I don't care. I'm not going to.
True to fashion, you're going to be a circle when a square is required.
That's correct.
And we love you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, and we are not using bread. We're going to use none.
So it's your non-circular. Yeah, so see, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Okay, it makes sense.
It
I
does
get
make
it.
sense. So
I get it.
I'm going to butter this
Okay.
on one side
Okay.
and put it down on the griddle.
Okay.
So you do want, a top and the bottom if you're making a sandwich, as they say.
Right.
I am not. But
How
feel
hot?
free.
You want that back one pretty hot because it's low.
Yeah, it can go on.
You want it higher?
And then the other thing is the meat component. So usually with this sandwich, it's a slice of ham or bacon,
Okay.
which kind of can add a crunch element. I decided because I'm Italian and
Here we
because
go.
I had leftover chicken, this is just like my encouragement to be creative in the kitchen.
You kind of been bopping this, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do this prosciutto, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of the chicken breast that I have because I had that left over. And doesn't that sound like it would be good?
Sounds good to me. I could never say no to that
Right?
prosciutto.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna heat
Okay.
up the chicken
Okay.
and heat up, and then kind of crisp this prosciutto.
Okay.
But you could do bacon, you could do ham,
Okay.
you can do whatever you want.
Just do whatever you want.
That's it. So you want to toast these off a little bit, the bread. So if you had the square breads, that's what you'd be doing.
Okay.
Square breads.
Okay.
And one side. So I have a little bit of melted butter that I'm using because why not? And
If
I'm
you
going to
can.
put eggs in a separate pan, but I'm going to put butter in there.
Okay, so I looked up Kewpie.
Oh, David looked up the Kewpie
Okay,
mayo.
so it looks like vinegar is the difference. They have vinegar.
Yeah.
In there.
And you could use rice vinegar if you wanted in it instead of the lime. But
Yeah.
I have a lime, and I'm not sure everybody has rice vinegar in their house because
Some people do.
Kewpie contains apple cider vinegar or rice vinegar.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
milk vinegar.
Yeah. So, and if you might not be able to get Kewpie, I'm just saying. So I'm going to go ahead and make the egg, and I'm going to toast these off till they get nice and toasty. Yay!
Okay.
Everything looks delicious.
Oh, yum.
There's Toby saying hi.
Hi, Toby. My corn that I'm growing from seed is totally sprouted. My corn.
Oh, that's so sad. Did it get crushed?
Okay, so get this. Probably 30 seconds before the hail hit, I leapt out to grab the seed trays, and I made it within
Oh my
seconds.
God, you did?
I made it within seconds. They would have been destroyed.
Yeah, all my seedlings are shredded. It's
so
very
sorry.
upsetting. My eggplant, of all
Oh,
things, in my Italian garden, for God's sake.
No.
Oh,
Oh, man. Well, I planted those aspen trees. Every single leaf gone.
Wow. No,
They're
my
just
garden
they're
looks like
just
a crime
sticks.
scene.
They're sticks, and I don't know if they'll grow. I don't know if they're gonna make it.
It's sad.
There's
Very
nothing
sad.
to photosynthesize.
Okay, I'm putting the eggs in the frying pan. And I'm going to butter this side that's facing me of the naan, and then I'm going to flip it over.
Okay. Oh, thanks, David. I want to see this.
I have a griddle.
There's nothing better than a grilled sandwich. Seriously.
Right? There they go. Oh, they look beautiful.
The sizzling sounds really good.
Right? Isn't that lovely?
Yes.
Okay, so there you
Notice
go.
how you flip that with a knife. It's very talented.
I know. I'm very talented in the kitchen. You should see how the way I peeled the kiwi. I was like, wow, I'm glad I'm doing this off the air.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, remembering the days of the lasagna incident.
Oh, man. That was hectic. Well, I cut my hand last night. You can see the 2 Band-Aids.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't in the kitchen. It was with the garage door.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. You're right. They are.
I felt so stupid, but anyway, it happens.
Yeah, it does. I know you do. Well, this is a dangerous enterprise being in the kitchen. There's hot things. There's sharp things, Got to be careful.
You have to be careful. I mean, and if you add gardening into the mix and all the homey stuff we're doing right now in the
I
summer that we
know.
don't do, there's a lot of
Oh,
room
who's
for
this?
accidents. Be careful out there.
Hi,
Be careful.
Ann. Thank
Everybody be
you.
careful.
It is kind of okay. So this is getting finished right now. So the prosciutto looks crispy. These look delicious. I'm gonna flip them over, and then we're gonna do it. We're gonna put it together. So
Okay.
the bread is soft and it's pliable and crispy yet on the outside.
Mm.
I'm gonna turn that off back there. All right.
Yeah.
So then you take your sauce
Okay.
and you put that on your sandwich. Oh,
Oh my
and
God, that's exactly how my grandmother used to say it. Sandwiches.
I know my Italian relatives are coming through.
Okay, so you put on the sauce.
Yeah, you put on the sauce, and
And
then you
then,
put some cheese of your choice
oh wow, okay.
on top of your eggs.
Here comes the cheese.
Here comes the cheese. I'm using goat Gouda. I
Ooh.
think provolone or cheddar would also be good. You
Oh,
know, there's also the straight old American cheese, but no,
that's the classic
that's a
grilled
hard
cheese.
pass in
But
my house.
yeah, no, we never get that here.
Yeah,
Not allowed, but
no, it's not
if
allowed.
you do, it's okay.
You do you.
Everybody does themselves.
Oh, I know. Well, you're gonna have to make your own, Kelly. Okay, so here's the egg. The sandwich is gonna get built now. So I'm gonna
Okay,
put the
okay.
egg with the cheese on.
Egg on the sauce.
Yep,
Egg
on
with the
top
cheese
of
on
the
the
sauce.
sauce.
Yep. Then we're gonna take the meat. So we're gonna do chicken
Chicken on top
first,
of that.
or you have your ham, or you have your bacon, whatever it is you
And then
have.
you've got your prosciutto. Oh my God, that looks so good.
Yeah. And then you want to take pickles. Now
Oh,
they use sweet gherkins. I don't. We decided we didn't want sweet, so we're not going to use sweet. I'm using these pickle slices.
yum.
Oh, you can hear it sizzling. Doesn't that sound good?
That looks amazing.
And then, because
Look
we're
at that.
not done yet,
Wow.
you take a handful of shredded, very finely shredded cabbage.
Ooh.
Put that on top.
I could put cabbage on everything. Seriously. I love
Oh
it so much.
God! Now, how does that look?
That's beautiful. Look at it.
Divine.
Wait a minute. Is David going to take a bite right now?
I guess he should.
No, I'll wait.
You need to, someone needs to eat a bite and tell us. We're dying
Yeah.
over here.
No, you eat a bite.
All right. So here it is. There you see it.
Ooh. Oh, it's so pretty.
So if you had another piece of bread, you just slap that on top.
Right.
What I'm saying.
Right.
But I have none, so I'm not going to do it. You could I guess you could roll it like a taco.
You're doing open face.
But
Oh my God.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and cut it because it'll look ridiculous if I try and eat that with like a sandwich.
That just looks like the perfect thing to survive the Trump administration.
Right?
Oh my God. So comfort food. When
Doesn't
you
that
need
look
it.
yummy?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take a bite of it. I need to get a fork.
Somebody take a bite for the love of God.
Somebody eat it for God's sake. All right, I'm going to cut it
Okay.
and try it because this is new for me. I haven't made it before. I'm like, okay, I'm willing to give it a try. That I just had to try that mayo.
Yeah, that mayo is really, it's giving me ideas, making me think about
Right?
different things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And so now you have a lot left to, use on other things. And let me put a little cabbage in here and I'll take a bite. Mm. Mm. It's sweet and salty and crunchy. It has that crunch element from the
Mm.
prosciutto and
Mm.
the eggs with the corn.
Wow.
It seemed like a big meal that you could have better, more than just a lunch.
Yeah.
So
It's a dinner.
yeah, it's a lunch and dinner. Okay,
You're like, and I don't mind if I do right
excuse
now.
me. I'm gonna keep eating. No,
That sounds really delicious.
yeah, it does kind of remind me of a cubano, but that's only because I added chicken.
Mhm. Right, right. If you would have had ham, I
Yeah,
wonder
just
what it would have been.
just ham is the way
Yeah,
they do it. Yeah,
yeah.
but it's delicious, and I love the gluten-free naan. It's so good.
Yum.
I think I did
I
that
I
on
wish we
purpose.
had. Now you're making me want to get some like food truck yumminess this week, maybe.
Yeah. Hmm.
Food truck vibes
It's
in a
delicious.
good way.
I recommend it.
Bravo, you did it.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, get your 5 calls app. You need your 5 calls app. Everybody needs 5 calls app.
We'll have it on the Substack. We always put a list at the end
Hmm.
if you don't get it right now, but it's really easy to put it in the Google.
Hmm. Yeah, and we're really would be really grateful if you would subscribe to our Substack because we're trying to get to 500, and it would really be helpful.
Thank you.
That's free.
Yeah, Debriana, we made $55 this week. I forgot to tell you.
Get what?
From our Substack.
Oh my
There's a handful of really sweet people out there that
God.
just
Mhm.
felt like, donating for the
Donating.
year.
That's
It's
awesome.
super sweet, and we thank you all. You don't have to do that, but you did it anyway.
Yeah.
Super nice. But
Yeah. Yep, we love 5 calls. And what's the app that Karen, the one that tells you what stores donate to
oh
Republican
yeah,
causes? And I have it, but
working
I can't think of
working
it.
group, or what's it called? Um,
I forget.
oh my god, I have it on my phone, but I
I do
can't go
too.
away from the show.
There
It's
it is.
called Working Group something. Oh
Oh
god,
no, what is it? No, don't go yet. What's the app?
what is it? Yeah,
Um,
it's really important to look
yeah,
up products.
it is. Oh, here it is. Oh, come back, come back. I'll have to get my phone and see if I can find it. But there is an app that tells you what stores are donating to. Oh, here, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Um, so you can be thoughtful as you can. It's called Goods.
Oh
So
yeah. Okay, there's that one. Oh, I'm thinking of the
yeah,
investment one.
goods. Yeah, and that will help you vote with your dollars because right now we seem to be having taxation without representation. We are paying taxes. We are not getting the benefit of our taxes. They are. So I thought we already did this. I don't know. I'm having recollections of
Tea Party?
what kind of war happened during. I don't know, but
Boston Tea Party.
yeah,
Well,
right.
it's just, I mean, we're it's just look at the facts, okay? If we're paying more than people who have billions in taxes, how does that even working? How does that even
And they're
work?
taking
And we're
everything
giving
from
them
us.
more to give them our health care for the poor.
I
Like, I
know
don't get it.
it's hideous. I don't
I
know.
don't get it.
We're gonna have to rise up. That's where we're at.
We're paying for that military parade.
Yep, we're paying for the military parade. No, no. So I suggest you do whatever you can do, which is protest when like June 14th. Put it on your calendar. Use the Goods app because you can vote with your dollars.
Look at what's happening with Target. They're
Use the
going
5 calls.
down.
Yep,
They're going down.
yep.
And we did that. We, the people. If
We
you
did
feel
that.
like you're not going to do it, you can't, your voice or you're just feel helpless, you can do something. Exactly
Yep.
what
And
Debriana
you
is
can
saying.
make calls. 5 calls makes it really easy. So, and share it with people. Share what you know and what, how you can. It's all going to be person to person now. So,
And don't think that making a phone call to your representative doesn't matter, because it does. They have to add that stuff up. And if you
yep,
call about an issue that's important to you, they have to listen. They're
yep,
guess what? representatives.
What? What? Oh my God. Well, we are eternally grateful for everyone who hangs out with us here.
Thank you so much, everybody.
We have to say, and
My
what
heart
we're
hurts.
looking. Yeah. Oh, look. Here, let me just roll this right by you one more time.
Sometimes the heart comes up with the AI. It's the only good thing about it. Sometimes it doesn't.
Oh my God. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.
Take care. Be safe out there. Substack
Yeah.
on Wednesday.